Hello, everybody, Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. What we're looking at here is some pictures I took on my first day to look at this house with the realtor before I bought it. Okay, that was October 1st, 2008. The previous homeowner, Mike Lawhon, was still alive, but only for 12 more days. Okay, and the ex-wife had made a comment one time. You need to think back about when you first moved here, as in there were clues here. When I first moved here. So we're going to look at a few of these pictures, and I'm going to show you just some things I thought was some interesting stuff. Okay, here's the front of the house, and like I said, this is back before I owned it, when I very first looked at it with my realtor, Janine Pruitt. Okay, 3802 Fair Circle. Sorry about that. Okay, there's the front door. There we go. There's a deal. Okay, that's the front patio area. A former neighbor, he was a commercial director for my company. Ken Slager lived directly across the street, 3803. I know he says, I remember when that front patio was put in, and his group took care of our booth at the oil show. I always suspected that Ken Slager knew something about the underground home in the backyard that had the oil show parties. And this one is a real interesting picture. This is the living room when you first walk in the door. And there's a couple things here, I want to point out. One, this rug right here. Once, when I bought the home and I moved that rug, there was this horrible snagging on there. I wonder if somebody had died right there, had been shot and killed, And over here in the fireplace, right around here, I found what looked like a bullet hole. I remember telling Mom about it. I said, it looked like a bullet hole. She says, maybe it was, And so I wondered, the neighbor that used to live across the street, Marilyn DeLucia, told me that Mike Lawhon died in this house, even though his death certificate says he died in Fort Worth. But she also said somebody else died before him. Okay, that was confirmed by my Aaron Beckhofer, that said 4 people had been murdered, died here. And so I wondered if Rini Escobar Sanchez, still missing man from Odessa, he went missing 3 months before Mike Lawhon died, if he was shot right here and buried over there in the yard, And so that's one thing. When I first moved in here, I replaced all the carpet within the first week. Maybe there's still some DNA there on the concrete, though. I don't know. And I repainted this, with brick and new. And I did a lot of work just right when I first moved here. Okay, and then when you turn around and you look at the fireplaces behind you here, there was some, things in here I just thought was interesting. This was the previous owner stuff, Mike Lawhon stuff. And, one thing I thought was interesting was this little short ladder, I'm like, I wonder if they use that ladder to get down into the tunnel in the underground homes or whatever, And I'd done just so much work here. You can see where this green was at here, and I painted the whole house and replaced the carpet. Okay, and there's another same area. Okay, now this is interesting here. They put this wood plank flooring down. All the trim is missing. Okay, you see how the trim is missing here, and it's missing all the way down here. And I wondered if they wasn't coming in here and poured concrete and covered up, a tunnel entrance or whatever, or a trap door in this hallway area right there, And there's the ladder again. And behind this thing was a big hole in the wall. That's another thing there. I was finding these holes in the wall I couldn't explain. I wondered if Mike, because I was told that he was telling his friends about people breaking this house, and I wondered if he wasn't busting them holes in the walls trying to find out, where they're getting in at, and that might have been the reason they killed him, because it looks like they shot me after I tried to stop them. This one here is my realtor, Janine Pruitt, right here. We're looking at the kitchen, okay, into the utility room. I was shot right where she's standing, and the shot come from under the cabinet coming this way. But one thing that's important in this picture is this doorknob right here. 28 days later, when I bought this house, the home inspector and me come over, and that was kicked out. There wasn't no longer a doorknob. But I have proof of a doorknob being there October 1st, and October 28th, it was kicked out, and it's notated on the home inspection report. And during that time, Mike Lawhon died, the previous homeowner. And I believe, he was killed there and taken to Fort Worth. And maybe his killers kicked in that doorknob to get him. Okay, and so there's more kitchen stuff. Kitchen. Like I said, this is first day. There was just a lot of work going on. You could see where the all the where they'd sprayed the walls, whatever, and it was still here, and it was just unfinished projects all over this house. This is the utility room. This is the room that I was shot in right here. Tiny room. There wasn't enough room in this little 4-foot room for me to be shot with or in this little room for me to be shot with a 4-foot long shotgun. Okay, that's in the garage, in the little closet in the garage. This is the garage. At the time, the garage door was broke. I made a video the other day about this garage door where that was rigged right here. It was cut right in the middle. You could stick your hand in there, grab the cord, and you could open that garage door in about 5 minutes. And I wondered if they didn't do that. That's how they got in the garage. And then they kicked in the back door and went after Mike, injected him with Darvocet or whatever, and killed him. This thing right here is hiding a huge hole behind the wall right there. Still there, actually. Okay, this is out in the backyard, and this is Janine Pruitt, the realtor that found me this rigged for murder home. And one of the interesting thing, that's a vent, an attic vent. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's the backyard. How it was. The weeds are grown up. Okay, here, I'm going to show you. On this wall, you see the mortar problem? A contractor told me that's caused from a foundation problem. The mortar joints broke and they were falling out and all that. I had all that fixed. It's called brick tipping or something. And it cost me a few $1,000s to get it re-tipped. But that was a clue right there. They dug under the home settled. That's what caused the mortar problems to break. I believe that's what happened. And there's 2 other homes I found the same mortar problems, and so that's a clue into where the other homes are at. I was told there were 4 3-bedroom homes buried 25 foot deep. Okay, this is the back door. Okay, there's that hallway right there. And like I said, look at all the trim is gone. I had to replace all the trim on here, all the trim. I pulled all that wood flooring back up, put carpet down right when I first got here. But now I come back and it's like, think back to when you first moved here, and maybe under that, and that was new too, new wood. And maybe, they had recently had that pulled right there as there was a tunnel entrance in there. I just don't know. And I ain't looking for it, now that, I tried to stop them. They cut my phone lines and shot me. And I found proof that police were under my home. This is my bedroom, the master bedroom. You can see up here, it wasn't ever, it was a half project. This whole house was half projects, It was so bizarre, I replaced all the carpet, painted the whole thing when I first got here. I wanted to fixer-upper, and that's why I bought this home. Okay, this is a bathroom, half-finished, projects again. That's the master bathroom. That's the guest bathroom. And remember, I towered this door shut, not that one, but the one in front of it, and I trapped a burglar in there. But it's a double door room, and they were hiding back here. And I found proof of that there's a burglar trap. And then I think that the would-be killers, they tried to blame me. Oh, it's your fault that we broke in your home and shot you because you trapped a burglar. And I'm home minding my own business. They broke into my home. They ain't got no right to break in my home. And I think even police were involved in that. One police officer, April Chandler, says, Mr. Webb, due to paranormal, Mr. Webb caused himself to suffer a gunshot wound. What do you mean? I was home minding my own business. How could I cause myself? And she's saying that, I was trying to stop these crimes against me, and I trapped that burglar in that room. So there's the bathtub. Here's one of the bedrooms back there. Bedrooms. There's that rug again. The bloody rug and the gunshot hole in here. Kitchen again. There's a front door. And see, one thing, they also had full alarm system in here. You had motion detectors and everything. And that's because they were having crimes committed here. I tried to get the police reports for this house before I moved here because I believe Mike was killed here. And it was denied by the city of Midland, appealed to the Texas Attorney General. He denied it too. Anyway, there may be some clues there. Y'all look it over. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.